Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 175 now guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But before we jump into them, I'm very excited to announce that I'm partnering with Gamersups, which is the best energy drink on the market in my opinion. I used to drink unhealthy gas station energy drinks, but switched whenever a friend told me about Gamersups. Since then I've been drinking it regularly, so I reached out and got in contact with them so that I could show you guys the drink and try it free if you'd like. If you use the link found in the description as well as my code, which is RTD, you can get a free sample and a 10% discount on all their drinks. If you do end up trying it, definitely let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Now it's time to jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have the Better Gold mod. This mod allows you to get more gold from loot, which means that NPCs will have an appropriate amount of gold for their status, whether they're a beggar, poor, common, or rich. The coin purse now has its own loot leveled lists, and you now have a 20% chance to get up to 200 extra gold from a coin purse based on your player level. There's also more bounty gold, such as the bandit boss, you'll get 350 gold instead of the original 100. For Forsworn, you'll get 350 instead of the original 100. For giants, you'll get 700 instead of the original 100, which is definitely a lot better than the original. And then finally we have the dragon, which rewards you 1200 gold instead of the original 500. Now if you have a lot of difficulty mods installed, this is a perfect mod to go alongside it because the bandits, as well as the Forsworn, giants, and dragons prove to be a very difficult challenge, and it's not really worth it if you only get 100 gold in the end. This just makes it so it's a lot better to go out and actually kill them and take care of these bandit bosses, Forsworn, giants, and dragons, because you actually get enough gold that's worth putting the time into. Another thing that this mod does is it allows every vendor in Skyrim to have an increased 200 gold in their inventory, just so you can sell more of your items to them without having to travel from merchant to sell everything. There's no other load order requirements, and you can install and uninstall this mod mid-game, it doesn't matter. So if you're looking to gain more gold throughout your adventure and have more of an incentive to go out and clear out these bandit camps, Forsworn, giants, and dragons, then the Better Gold is definitely a mod worth checking out, and with it coming in at 20.01 kilobytes, it'll fit into your load order seamlessly, and that's why it's featured here at our number 5 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Better Gold mod. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have a very fun mod called the Grappling Gun. Now this is a follow-up to the Full Auto Chicken in the series of unusual weapon mods, and the Grappling Gun will allow you to pull yourself and enemies around Skyrim. And if you have a one-handed weapon equipped, you'll perform a power attack on hostile pulls. There's also a Grappling Gun book that allows you to change the settings to adjust how the weapons function, and you're able to turn on ragdoll effects for enemies, always pull enemies towards you or pull yourself towards enemies. You can alter the speed in which you are pulled and adjust how much stamina each shot takes, and there's so many different customization options and different things that you can grapple onto, and I think it's a perfect mod for anyone who's looking to explore the outside areas of Skyrim. Now there's a lot of things about this mod that make it incredibly unimmersive, but that doesn't actually matter all the time. You know, there's a lot of times where you want to jump into a new load order, you want to be completely immersed in the world around you, but other times you want to just download a bunch of silly mods and go crazy, and the Grappling Gun is perfect for that. It unlocks so many different ways of getting around the map and ways of surprising your enemies that it's just a perfect mod to include if you're just looking to have some fun. I had a lot of fun playing around and testing this mod, and I feel as though you guys would too, so I would definitely recommend this mod to anyone who's looking to have fun in their load order and not necessarily be so immersed. And if you do end up getting a funny clip with the Grappling Gun, which is very possible because I had a lot of funny moments happen, but if you have anything funny happen whenever you're using the Grappling Gun, make sure to clip it and send it to me for a chance to be in the clip of the week, because I find this mod to be absolutely hilarious. Overall, if you're bored in your playthrough of the vanilla aspects of Skyrim and you want something new, then the Grappling Gun is definitely the mod for you, and that's why it's featured here at our number 4 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Grappling Gun mod. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have 2 mods that I've combined into one spot, and that's the Riverwood Clutter Enhanced and the Riverwood Enhanced Interiors mods. These 2 mods together aim to improve Riverwood's aesthetic by adding more clutter, creating a more interesting and immersive environment within the town of Riverwood. They also aim to enhance and reclutter the interiors in Riverwood to fit their inhabitants and role in the town. It makes the interiors more representative of the actual inhabitants and display their hobbies and jobs more accurately, as well as making it look like they actually run a store and inn by realistically displaying the items and clutter to represent their function. When it comes to the houses around town, there's more valuables and gold into the residents' homes, which are sometimes hidden to make being a thief more rewarding and a better career choice. This mod is very compatible with other mods that don't touch Riverwood, so if you're using my survival load order that I just posted a couple days ago, you know that Riverwood is pretty much untouched in that load order. If you add these 2 mods, making it so that Riverwood will be a brand new town. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here at our number 3 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Riverwood Clutter Enhanced and Riverwood Enhanced Interiors mods. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Dark Path new Conjuration Necromancer spells. Now this adds so many new spells for a Necromancer that a Necromancer playthrough may be something that we focus on in an upcoming load order. Now where to actually buy these spells is you can buy them from Finis Gester and Winterhold, he has all the spells. Farengar, which I'm showing you now in Whiterun, has all the spells, as well as Lucan and Riverwood has some of the spells. Now these are all Necromancer spells that all have their built-in animations and effects, so I'm just going to go through the list of everything that it's added, and starting us off with our first spell, we have the Mosquito Swarm, which is an apprentice spell that does 5 damage and absorbs 3 health per second for 5 seconds, and it also features an effect stack if you cast more than once. After that we have the Dark Hound, which is an apprentice spell and simply just summons a Dark Hound for you. Following that we have the Dark Warrior, which is another apprentice spell that simply summons a warrior to fight for you. After that we have the Plague spell, which is an adept spell that does 8 damage to health, magicka, and stamina for 10 seconds, and also has an effect stack. Next up is the Soul Leak, which is an adept spell, which absorbs 5 points of magicka from the target for 30 seconds, and also stacks. Next up is the Dark Mage, which is an expert spell that simply just summons a Dark Mage to fight for you. Following that we have Reaper, which is an expert spell and simply conjures a Reaper that can spit acid at enemies. Finally we can move on to our master spells, and starting us off we have the Void Lord, which allows you to conjure a Void Lord that can use a Soul Tear Shout and can raise unlimited undead, as well as have various combat perks. Last but not least we have Death Wish, which is a master spell that has a massive single target damage and long casting time, but it is so very powerful and does so much damage to your enemies that if you do become a master in Conjuration, it's just going to be a perfect spell to use. That on top of the badass Void Lord following you around, you'll become a true Necromancer. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here at our number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Dark Path new Conjuration Necromancer spells. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have another very fun mod called Weaponized Junk, Immersive Weaponized Improvisation. This mod allows almost any piece of junk to be used as a weapon. There's over 150 weapons and even some furniture that can be picked up and used as a weapon. It also includes immersive, breakable, and fragile items, as well as bonus damage for a short time while improvising. Now since we are adding 150 new items that can be used as furniture that were once considered miscellaneous items, we're also going to need a new crafting system for these interesting creations. The main features of this mod include the ability to immersively pick up over 150 miscellaneous and static items to use as weapons. There's also a Drunk Brawler mode that gives you a boost to damage for approximately 10 seconds after picking up a weaponized junk item. Some furniture items can also be weaponized and hit harder. Some of these items are fragile and will instantly break on a hit or block, such as a broom, but they have an extra knockback effect and can be reinforced at the forge to stop the breaking. It doesn't change any other items in the world that require conversion spells like some similar mods do. It's lightweight and you can install and remove at any time, and you can also choose the features in which you want to use in the settings and power book that's provided to you upon starting the mod. Now this mod is absolutely fun as hell. As you can see, I got thrown into jail and was able to make my way out using only a cup and a few chairs as a way of improvising my weapons, and I didn't necessarily expect all these guards to be attacking me at one time, but you get the idea on how it works. You can pick up a chair and hit people with it, you can pick up cups off of tables or lanterns and smack people in the head with it. So if you do have a playthrough where you're going through and you're just picking up items, or you're just trying to go through the game without using an actual ordinary weapon, then this is definitely the mod worth checking out. But it was very fun testing and playing around with because there's so many items that you can now interact with. You know, in the original game you'd walk past a table and just look at all the things on the table and they would seemingly have no use to you, because you can't use them for anything even if you pick them up. But this changes it so that you can pick up an item off of a table and bash someone's head with it, and being able to have the ability to do that is just something that I find incredibly cool, and that's why it's featured here at our number 1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Weaponized Junk Immersive Weapon Improvisation mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.